Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV, the joy and the pain. We're hoping for more joy with this forthcoming season.
Our new man, Matty Taylor. What's he going to do for us, I wonder?
He's not actually took his seat yet. That's happening in the next couple of days. What's he going to do when he arrives? That's the question. There are a lot of Walsall players being released, not just from Walsall, but from everywhere else as well. We've got a right wealth of them. Bristol City released Rennie Gilmartin. He's 33, and with us having two keepers, I don't think he's going to figure.
Jamie Patterson, one of our former heroes.
He's 29 now. Don't know whether we see him back at Walsall. I think he's probably doesn't fit the mould now of sort of developing players. I don't think Walsall could sort of take him any further, to be honest. He's sort of on the back end of his career. There is one player, though, that I think could be a good acquisition for Walsall. Coventry have released Amadou Bakayoko.
He, of course, made the pass for the Titanic goal for George Dobson.
Bakayoko. He's only 25, 6'4", 11 in 68 for Cov. Some of those in the Championship. He could be a relatively experienced head to spear our attack, perhaps. Don't know what you think. But winger Josh Gianelli, 24, released from Preston. He went to Preston, always looking good. He's not played. He's hardly got a kick for him.
Hardly the dream move that he hoped for.
Josh Gianelli, would you like him back at Walsall? What do you think? I think it's he'd be a step up from Wes McDonald. Charlton have released Ostuma. Ostuma's 29 now. He's sort of his age is creeping up a bit. He only scored 3 goals in 63 since leaving Walsall. But of course, for Walsall, he scored 30 in 86. Was very prolific for Walsall. But would Walsall want to go back there? We've got Osadebe and Rory Holden as potential sort of central attacking midfielders. So perhaps Ostuma is not somebody we'd be looking to have back. My son's namesake, Stephen Ward, he's been released by Ipswich. He's 35, but he's a very accomplished left-back and would add some experience and stability to the squad if that's a player Walsall could get. So perhaps a bit of experience in there. But what do you think about that? Portsmouth released Geordie Highwooler. He's 26. It's not really happened for him. He scored 3 in 15 for Portsmouth. It's not really ripping trees up, but Walsall generally don't sort of bring in prolific strikers. We bring strikers in who failed on numerous occasions, and we turn them into super successes, like Elijah Adebayo, of course. Bradford, they've released Zeli Ismail, another Walsall midfielder being released. 27 years now. I don't think that's an area we want to be going. A couple of other players that have been released from Bradford. Clayton Donaldson, he's now 37. I think his race is run, I think, now. But 6 foot Lee Novak, 32. That's a good, solid, experienced centre forward. That he could be a guy to sort of help link things through and develop some young strikers. Was it 9 in 23? So he's not mega prolific, but I mean that's still not a bad return. We look at Mansfield, Mal Benning, former left back at Walsall. He's been released. Not sure really whether a defender who wasn't making any great strides at Mansfield is going to be taking us further forward. Andy Cook, of course, he's been released. Got 8 in 21. He's now 30. He's definitely a goal scorer. but the guy's trouble. We wouldn't want him anywhere near us. Nikki Maynard, he's 34, 19 in 56 for Mansfield, but I think part of the reason he's been released is his wage demands. So I think at 34, he's sort of one that we're not over interested in, I wouldn't have thought. Tom Pope has been released by Vale. He would have been a good acquisition, but I mean, he's 35 now. He's having lots of injuries. He's very slow. He knows where the goal is, but I don't think that's a player we should be looking at. A player that has been murmured that was released by Vale is Mark Cullen. He's 29, 5'9". He's a little goal scorer. So that's somebody perhaps would fill that role of experienced centre forward. He's obviously not the big target man. I think we need one target man and one little guy. Maybe he could fulfil the little guy, the Kevin Wilson kind of mould, perhaps. And now here's a mystery player who's also been released. He's 28, experience in League One and League Two, 10 in 34 last season. That mystery player, what do you reckon? Is that somebody we'd be interested in? If you check in the description, I'll reveal him. But it's not one we're going to be pursuing. Now, here's a winger. Now, this is one of those players that had great promise and so far hasn't lived up to it. His name's Rob Hall, the former West Ham Academy winger. Was tipped for big things by Dougie Freedman when he played it. 450 grand for him in 2013. But he tried to revive his career at Oxford, but he's been released by Oxford. It's sort of not happening for him. Maybe that's a player who Walsall could sort of reignite and get good stuff out of, perhaps. At 27, still got plenty of time on his side. He's got some experience around him. Maybe it's time for him to sparkle, perhaps. We've certainly got some gaps to fill, haven't we? We've got two keepers. We've got the two defenders, Scar and White, haven't yet signed their new contracts. So perhaps they might be on the way. We've got a few in midfield with Kinsella, Perry, Alcidibi and Holden, and no strikers. So there's plenty of new guys going to be coming in, hence lots of speculation. When Matty Taylor takes his seat, things are going to start happening, I would think. Hopefully, we're not going to be normal Walsall and be waiting for the scraps after everybody else has signed up. And of course, John McGreal has joined Swindon. He was in the running for the Walsall manager's job. But John McGreal, will Walsall perform better than Swindon next season? What do you think? If you haven't already subscribed, join the channel, The Joy and the Pain. We'll get you in the next one. Thank you. Thanks for watching.